Mijn naam is Danielle van Mierlo en ik ben vandaag voor Bixie&friends bij Matt Harnacke. Hij is topmodel en vliegt de hele wereld over en hij is met zijn paard Chase verhuisd van Australië helemaal hier naar Nederland. Ik wil daar natuurlijk alles over weten, want hij maakt ook video's op YouTube en hij heeft maar liefst meer dan 400.000 volgers op Instagram. Wil je hier ook alles over weten, want ik ga hem straks ontmoeten, blijf dan zeker even kijken.
Oh, wait, sorry, I wasn't ready. I was like, okay.
Bless you.
Doei.
Doei.
There's
One
another
more, then it's
It is
beautiful.
Yeah, there we go. That's the beauty shot. Careful, because sometimes he does give a little love vibe.
Hi Matt, thank
Hello.
you for having me.
Yeah, no problem at all.
It is a beautiful stable. It
Yeah.
looks very nice.
Yeah, thank you. It's weird to like call it home now. I've been here like 5 months.
Okay.
So time has literally flown. But everything's starting to settle down, and I'm starting to get to know the area a little bit as well. So.
This is not your own stable.
We rent it, so we rent the stables and the house with Jesse. Jesse lives here as well.
Okay.
And then we have the paddocks with all our horses here. We have 5 horses on the stables.
Very nice.
Yeah, really nice, and I think it's been totally different for me because I always had my horse 45-minute drive away.
Oh, really?
So now it's very strange to walk out the door and just be able to go to my horse straight away.
Because I think you can see your horse.
Yeah, literally from the bedroom I can see
from...
him. He's just in the stable here,
Okay.
so I get to see him. I get to see him
day.
straight away.
Yeah. So I already told in Dutch that you have a very special story because you.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, you moved from Australia.
Yes.
To Holland.
Yes.
With your horse Chase.
Yes, and I don't think that's a trip that's often made. Most people when they move, they go from. Well, when you import horses, you import them into Australia because a lot of people want these amazing European horses, especially from Holland. But for me, it was different because I was moving away for work. So, Chase being part of my family, I didn't want to sell him.
No.
So I just looked around, and the only solution was to fly him. That's the quickest way to do it.
Okay, that's a big decision.
Yeah, absolutely. But you should definitely come meet him now that you're here.
I want to meet him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We can go do that.
Well, how was the trip for you and Chase?
Yeah, it was different than I thought, especially because for me it took like almost a year to plan everything, especially because I was also doing my video series as well with it, and there was all that kind of stuff happening. We had to make sure production was there, and the production team I used and the cameraman that also did it, he had to be flown in from England because I had already worked with him once before and I really liked him. 3 days before I flew, I was meant to go to Milan for a job, and so I would miss my flight with my horse. So in the end, the job didn't end up going through, thank God, and I was able to do it. But at one point, I didn't even know if I had to like sacrifice the whole series and everything in the flight because I had to do this job, and it was a really big job. I couldn't say no to it, so it was very last minute and crazy. But but we got here in the end.
Yeah, I see Chase over there.
Yeah, he's already looking at us. He's spotted us.
Do you want
He knows
a
how to
kiss?
kiss.
Oh really?
Yeah. If you put your hands back like this and then you lean in, he'll give you a kiss. Yes, kisses for everyone.
Kissy kissy. So how's Chase now?
He's better. So the first time he came, he's been alone in the paddock all his life, mostly because he was like Italian until he was 5. And then at all the other stables I had him at, they were professional like dressage barns, and they always have them separate. And so when I came here, I thought, okay, I want to put him together with the others. But for the first 2 days, I wanted him to have some time alone to just, be chilled and figure it out. But he was so stressed the whole time. He was just walking back and forth. So on the second day, I was like, whatever, just go with the others.
Yeah.
And he did, and he was perfect then.
Oh,
like
super.
totally fine. But then a couple of weeks after that, he stopped eating everything. Like he wouldn't eat any pellets. He wouldn't eat any treats. He wouldn't eat carrots, bananas, like anything at all.
Did you ever regret coming to Holland?
No, not at all. I think it was sad to see the impact it had on him because he's a very sweet guy. He's a very sweet guy, as you can see.
Yeah, very sweet.
And so it made me sad to see that my choice then made him feel like this.
Yeah.
But I never regretted anything, and I think he's got a really good quality of life here. I try and give him the best I can, and we can be together a lot more.
Yeah, but why Holland? Because
it's a very weird location to go from Australia. No, I understand.
Yeah.
Right now in Australia, I called my best friend like yesterday, I think, and she said this weekend is already 35.
Yeah, and in Holland we are getting winter.
Yeah, we're getting, and I was telling you before, yesterday was like the coldest day Chase has ever felt in his whole life, and
it was 5 degrees.
October. It's not even like.
It's not even winter.
No, exactly. So I think it was a bit of a strategic move. I mean, I think the Netherlands is a very good horse country, and it's quite central in Europe. So if you have to travel, it's easy as well. And I've got a very good agency here as well, and I use some people like Jesse. So it did make the move easier. And I knew I didn't want to go to Germany and I didn't want to go to Italy, and so that also already like cuts down a lot of horse country.
No,
My Dutch is not good.
No?
So no,
You
I
do-
think I need to like. Everybody keeps telling me I have to go to the nuns for like a week.
Yeah,
So I
for a
think I'm
week.
just gonna do it and
Yeah?
then
Are you
see
going to do
how
it?
far I go. I know a bit of German, so understanding Dutch is easier
Yeah.
than speaking anything.
Oh,
But I
okay.
know a few basic words now.
Okay, what do you know?
I know like moi.
Hoi, lief.
Leuk.
I
Lief.
heard you call him lief.
Yeah, lief.
Lief. And doei.
Doei, yeah.
Yeah.
All the kind of like basic things you say when you like buy food at the grocery store. Like I
Yeah.
know, yeah,
Appel.
yeah,
Appel.
all
Banaan.
all the basics.
Yeah.
But now I need the more like conversation
Yeah.
stuff.
Because some
Yeah.
Letters are very difficult for
Yeah, and
English,
also but
talking
some letters like
people.
you put them together and it's like a completely
the
different sound. Oh, the ch is impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible. I can do it really well if I'm lying down
Yeah.
because like all the saliva goes to my throat. Yeah, but if I'm like just that, I can't do it.
No.
But it's not sounds you make in English, so then it's really
No.
strange
Yeah.
because it goes against everything you've like
Yeah.
learned.
But you want to learn Dutch.
I do, yeah. I think it's nice to always be like in a conversation. Careful, because sometimes he does give a little love vibe. But I think it's nice to always be inside a conversation and not be like left out. And I think a lot of the time through translation, somebody's personality can be really left out.
Yeah.
And so I think it's nice if you can just say yourself and
Yeah.
do things yourself. I
Yeah.
like to be really independent, and that's something. Oh, okay. I like to be really independent. That's something that's been hard for me coming here because everything I do I need help with, or like
Yeah.
with my banking, everything's different,
Yeah.
and like I need
No
to get
love
my
bites. No love bites.
I need to get my license as well again, and like I need to do my theory and my driven test,
Oh,
like
yeah.
really annoying stuff. Like I did all of this at 17, and now I've got to do it again.
You are saying I'm flying all over the world.
Yeah,
Because you have a successful modeling career.
Yeah, and now I work alongside Longines as part of the family, and I work with the Equestrian Federation as well. And with that, it's a lot of traveling and the modeling as well. So it's for me, it's important that I can be like I'm 45 minutes from the airport now,
Yeah.
and here's a lot. Like if I have to fly from Australia to Europe, it's 24 hours,
Yeah.
one way. So it becomes almost 3 days of traveling if I have to go somewhere. And I was going to Europe maybe twice a month or maybe
Oh,
sometimes
wow.
more, and so
Yeah.
that's already 6 days out of 30 that
Yeah.
you're traveling, just traveling, not doing anything, just
No.
sitting in a chair. So for me, it was about finding the right balance with that, and I think I found it here.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's start with a little tour of the
Yeah.
place. I just checked which stables were clean and dirty because I want to show you the nice one.
Oh, the nice one. Okay.
But these are the main stable blocks. So we have the 3 biggest horses up here. And we have a kind of like, this comes in like a pellet form.
Yeah.
And then you wet it and then it becomes like
Oh, yeah,
shavings.
yeah.
But I like this a lot better than straw. This is also something that's different in Holland. Everybody uses straw, and I
Yeah.
don't get it. Because it's dusty, it doesn't absorb anything, and you use so much of it. So we're on a small property now. If I had to like have a straw pile,
Yeah.
it would be like a mountain.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
So this
And
stuff
this
we
is
use
the
all the
little
time.
packages,
Yeah, little clean
yeah.
packages. So I think for a small property like us, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
But along the way, we have like the tack up area in here.
Oh, super nice.
And this is nice to kind of get away from the weather because it's very kind of like outdoor stables. And I didn't realize that was going to be a problem, but yes, it was like in winter this is going to be a bit annoying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
with a bit of rain.
I already was looking.
Yeah.
Where are you settling?
Yeah,
Where-
exactly. So it's good, it works, but it's
Yeah.
it's a bit different.
Super nice.
Yeah, which this has just got cleaned. It doesn't usually look this clean. And then these are the other 2 stables. So we have the small
For the little
Shetland in
ones.
this one, and we have Antares in this one as well.
These are also big.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
No.
For a Shetland, that's very big.
Yeah, for Shetland. Yeah.
And then we have here just like a few small things, just the mower and a few other things. Oh my god, funny story. When I first moved in, this is what I mean everything went wrong. The first time I ever cut the grass with the mower, I was going, I dropped my phone and I went straight over it with the mower.
No, your phone.
And I broke my phone. We have a walker here. Chase has never seen a walker, so I did a whole video about that, and it was okay in the end, but it started off kind of rough.
And Chase is always with the same friends.
Yeah, Chase is always with the same friends, with those 3. I put him with Macho once, and they were kind of fine, but Macho's still a stallion, so he bites a lot. and then I put him with Antares like a week ago. It was very two big personalities.
Yeah. Did you also make a YouTube video about that?
I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I didn't call it like that meeting. I called it my horse falling down because he fell.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were galloping so hard, and the grass was kind of wet, and then Chase fell, and
because
and
I think it's
pretty.
nice for your parents that you are on social media with
Yeah.
Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. I keep them
really-
up to date
yeah,
on
up to
my
date,
life and
yeah.
everything. Yeah,
Do you miss them?
I do, yeah, I think so. I think, and it's also, I mean, I have been traveling since I was 17, so I did get some time to get used to being alone without them, but it's different, like, coming home and having my mom and my dad there. Because this is also me moving out, not only to the Netherlands, but also out of my house.
Yeah.
I mean, I was traveling a lot, so it almost felt like I was already out.
But now you are...
But now I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm, like, living on my own and,
Yeah.
like, paying bills and all that fun stuff. Paying rent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's,
so yeah, that's been a bit different, but I can always call them, and they've already come to visit me. I've seen my dad twice. He's come as well. I mean they're together, but they've come together, and then once alone, and then now for Christmas I'm going back up to Australia.
Oh, nice.
So it'll be nice to have a warm Christmas and to see them again, see my friends.
Because you have a lot of followers. What are you showing your followers? What do you want to?
I don't know. I think that's hard because every day I'm like, oh god, what am I gonna post?
Yeah.
Because I don't like to post the same thing because I think that's boring, and I always like to try and show the fun I have with my horse, apart from just riding, because I think there's so much more to horses than just riding. So I try and show a bit of that and a bit of just my everyday life as well. So it kind of follows my story, and also just some fun adventures we go on as well. So a bit of everything, yeah.
Is that also your advice for little kids or?
Yeah,
people who
I
wants
think,
to go vlogging or
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that like the modeling world taught me. There's a place for everyone in the world. You just have to find it. So that doesn't mean somebody, you can't be like, I want to copy Daniela and I want to be just like her, because you're already doing it. So why would your followers also follow someone that is exactly like you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's always about being original and doing your own thing and having fun with it. I think if you have fun with it, people have fun with you. Even if you're doing nothing. But if you're having fun doing nothing, a lot of people like to see that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of famous people on YouTube that don't have a talent. They don't have anything special, but they have a great personality. And that's enough sometimes. So I think it's just about finding your little place in the world. And then hopefully people will like it and follow your journey. And then we have the main arena, and it's 60 by 20. And it's quite good drainage wise. We have a system that if it gets wet from underneath, so it doesn't get dusty, but then you can also let all the water drain out from the bottom. So there's a main switch that you just turn, and if we've had it that this has been all water, like a pool.
Yeah.
And then you switch it in half an hour, it's like this.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That's
it's like
super
perfectly
nice.
dry.
So
So
you always
can always ride.
can ride.
Yeah, always. So that's a great plus, because I was a bit worried not having an indoor in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
But I also have my sponsor Kingsley close to me here.
They have
Monica
inside
Cola.
arena.
Yeah, so she's got an indoor that I can just take
super
Chase
nice.
to
Yeah.
5 minutes away, so that always helps.
I feel your pain.
Yeah.
I also have
Oh,
only
yeah.
outside arena. So,
yeah, but that's tough.
Winter after winter,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah. Have you thought about putting in a roof on it?
Yeah,
Or
but
you're not allowed to?
no,
Oh.
you are not allowed to.
And how many horses do you have at home now?
6 horses.
6
right
horses.
now. Yeah.
Okay, so that keeps you busy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a full job.
Yeah.
But
And what does
it's-
your day look like?
In the morning we clean the stables, and then I go riding, training my horses, and then they go in the field.
Yeah.
And in the afternoon and in the evening I go give training to.
Okay, like lessons.
Yeah,
and
lessons
stuff like
and,
that. Okay, maybe you have to come here for a lesson once.
Oh.
I would like that, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Then I have to pick up my English. With,
No, you did
giving
well.
lessons.
No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. It's so funny. I get lessons from a Dutch rider here, Manon. She's from Monaco as well. And she comes here and sometimes she really has to think about the words, because it's true, when you do something for so long and then you have to do it in another language, even though you know it, like getting the word is hard.
Because when I see a protocol of the competition, I know every single word of it. But when I give a lesson in English, I'm like, no, I don't know what to say.
It's difficult.
So, but
more
it's
difficult.
nice to come sometimes here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I have one more question.
Yes.
The final question.
Yes.
And I have a confession to make.
Okay.
I had to prepare for today.
Yes.
So I googled your name.
Okay.
And the first thing that came up a few times were Matt, Harnacke, relationship, ? So do you have an answer for all the curious people?
I think honestly, I'm so busy with everything. Like,
Yeah.
there's no time for anything. I'm lucky enough that I have time for my horse. So at this point, I'm just happy to be here, to be with my horse, and then
Yeah.
whatever the future holds, the future holds.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I think for a long time, even when I was very young, like the last year I was in Australia, I traveled for 9 months. So
Oh,
9
wow.
months in total out of the year, I was gone. So that only leaves 3 months
Yeah.
spread out throughout the year. And so with my work and stuff like that, I'm just lucky to be able to do what I do now. So I just focus on that and my horse and all that kind of stuff. So whatever the future holds, the future holds.
Okay,
Yeah, so we'll see.
good answer.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you very, very much for
No,
today.
no problem at all.
I love Chase right now.
Oh, thank you. I think he likes you too. I
Oh.
think he likes you too. So we're gonna have to make this lesson happen.
Ja.
Absolutely.
Nou, vinden jullie nou ook dat Matt een keer naar mij toe moet komen of dat Matt een keer met Chase bij mij komt lessen? Laat het eventjes in een reactie achter hieronder. Ik hoop dat jullie het super leuk vonden. Ik vond het in ieder geval heel erg leuk. Ik wil jullie bedanken voor het kijken. And would you like to say something?
Well, thank you for having me on your channel. It's been a great privilege and a pleasure. I'm looking forward to that lesson. It's definitely going to happen,
Yeah.
and hopefully I get to come soon as well before the heavy winter comes.
Ja.
Yeah.
Oké. Doei
Okay.
doei.
Doei doei.